In this video I test the T9i by REL against the T9x, also by REL. There will be a full review coming soon once I feel I have tested these two subs enough to give a final verdict. There are timestamps in this video, but if you want to buy either of these subs, I recommend watching the whole thing through. Also, get yourself a pair of headphones because I took the time out of my day to record binaural just for you. So if you want to hear the recording properly, you need headphones. Speakers won't do. Thank you. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be testing the T9i on the platform. I'm going to play some music with my Monitor Audio Studios. I'm then going to take, the next thing I'll do is I'll swap to the T9x and I'll put that on the platform. And then after that, I'm going to take the T9i and put it on the floor, and then the T9x on the floor. And we're going to compare the two. Or the four, let's say. So here we go. I'm going to play some music now. We're going to start with a song, which is good for bass tests. It's called Flight of the Cosmic Hippo. I guess it's like the answer to the bass answer to the Flight of the Bumblebee, I imagine. But anyway, here we are with the T9i. And we are at minus 17 dB for reference. So that frequency there, that boom, that whatever it is there, totally the wrong note. That note there, that's about 35 hertz or so. So this is quite low for a normal track. And it glissandos down if you hear that. It starts at a frequency and then it goes down. There. So really we're in like the 30 hertz region now, maybe even a tad under. By the way, I'm recording binaural now, so people, you should be using headphones if you actually want to hear it. You can't play this back on speakers, guys. Play this back on headphones. I'm recording binaural. Now I'm going to go to another one by it's actually a YouTuber called Charles Boothud or Bootud. So a YouTube bass guitarist who's actually very, very good. Now I'm going to play this 40 techniques in one bass solo. that's that, and now I'm gonna play. There's a piece, Why So Serious, which is in the Batman movie. You can find it on like Spotify and things like that. And yeah, it's by Hans Zimmer, as the Germans say. Hans Zimmer, as we say. And yeah, it's basically, it's got a very, very strong bass line at one point. So I'm just trying to find that now. It's usually around 3 minutes, I think. I'm going to play that quickly. No, that's not what we're playing today. So that's all I really want to hear with that. Now we're going to compare the T9X with these same songs. Here we go, the REL T9X. Bloody hell, this was a mission. This is, the T9X is set up now on the plinth. So let's play these pieces back again at the same level. So that's that there. I mean, I'm slightly aware of a bit more bass, just a bit. It's like very, very slight though. It's you got to remember, this thing is like double the price almost what you can buy a T9i for now. This one. We are back with the T9X. Now it's on the floor. I've roughly marked out on the floor where the center of the driver is, so we can match up the T9i later. Let's do this again. So I'm a bit more aware that the bass is sounding like it's filling up the room. I can hear like the slightest vibrations around the room, and I guess that's because the energy is freely flowing into the floor. So that's the first thing I can recognize. There's like this kind of sense of like the bass is a bit kind of flabbier now. In some regions, like there's a particular note here, like it's hanging a little bit. So maybe with DSP, at the moment I haven't got the DSP on with this receiver that I'm running this all through. So we're hearing the raw sound basically. I have calibrated it by ear using my my knobs, the back of the subwoofer. So, yeah, let's move on to the next one. That's that. I'm getting this sense that while the bass, like with the isolator pad, it sounded a bit clearer, that with the isolator pad removed, we're getting more bass, but it's kind of got like a phasiness to it, like a more expansiveness to it, like the room sounds a bit bigger than it is. And I'm guessing that's to do with how it's coupled with the room. So, yes, that's one thing I've noticed, and like I could tell when the drums were playing in that there, it kind of sounded a bit more like a live concert, at the expense of hearing the details of the drum. One is like you're at microphone level, let's say with the pad, it's more like you're close to the drums and you're hearing it localized, whereas with the pad off, I'm kind of getting the feeling that I'm now further back from the drums, but the drums kind of bass frequency is free to go around the room. That's the thing I'm kind of feeling right now. It's almost kind of like the difference between a monopole speaker and then a dipole speaker, as you can see up there. I prefer dipoles for surrounds in normal rooms without acoustic treatment, because I just feel like they sound better and you don't hear them directly. And it's kind of a bit like that. That's the difference. You get a little bit less detail in like the typical sense, but it feels in some ways more natural, like you're there. That's the only way I can describe that. So let's switch back to the T9i now. Take into account what I just said, guys. I'm going to play back this recording of the T9X with the isolator 5 times. Then I'm going to switch to the T9X without the isolator. Let me know if you heard a difference in the comments. Perhaps you will see what I mean. So here we are back again with this time REL T9x, and it's sitting on the floor without anything in between it. So let's see how this may compare. Yeah, I'm hearing a fraction less bass there on that note. That's around 30 Hertz. Yeah, I'm hearing a fraction less bass there on that note. That's around 30 Hertz. But this could be addressed by increasing the gain slightly on the REL T9i, because we're at, look, minus 17 dB here, which I'm guessing, what is it going to be? It's going to be about 65 to 70 decibels in this room. We've got plenty of headroom, so you could address that by turning that up. I'm not hearing too much of a difference in that track. I'm going to test back and forth today after this video anyway, because it's quite difficult when you're multitasking as I am now, holding the camera, you know, making sure the microphone is all good so you guys can hear it, and then fiddling around with this. But I'm not really hearing a difference that's notable. I did notice on that Cosmic Hippo track that 30 Hertz range did sound a fraction louder on the T9X. I did hear that, but I'm not hearing anything in terms of, oh, one's got additional clarity or whatever the words are that people throw around too much. So that's that. Yeah, to me, I don't know, there's not really much of a difference, but I feel like this track, I feel like I want to give it to the T9i actually, this one, because I feel like it probably has less problems with the room integration, maybe because it does have that fraction less sub bass. I'm not sure, but it just seems like it's a bit more articulate, and I'm not focusing so much on the subwoofer. It seems like there's a bit more like a bit of a mid bass kick with the T9i, but again, that could be just there's a lack of sub bass, so it's tricking my brain. I'm not really hearing too much of a difference, to be honest with you. So I think either of these subs, if you're into RELs and that's what you want, I think either of these subs will do. Now, the question is, do you want to go for an isolator pad or not? That's the question. And I'm going to be talking more about this in the review after I'm going to test it some more and more. I need to make sure I'm making the right decision myself, as I have another T9i over there. And I'm thinking at the moment 2 for 1 it's just, how can you beat that? But there are other subs on the market too that I could consider around this price range. So in this test, we're going to do a frequency sweep. We are at -7 dB, -7 dB. And here's the REL T9i frequency sweep against the REL T9x over there. And in a future video, I will be doing a frequency sweep with the second REL T9i and see how that changes and see how that may improve or may not improve. We'll have to see in the video. So now we're going to do this test. We have no isolation platform on the bottom, and that's because REL recommend that you don't put an isolation pad on the bottom for reasons I may have explained already before. Here we go. We're going to run the test now. We're going to start at 20 Hertz, as you do. In fact, let's start at 15. Should I or should I not? Let's do it. 25. That's 30. That's 35. That's 40. 45. 50. We have our room mode here. This is the spike. 55. 60. 65. And now we're going to go down. There we go. We're back in the normal range. 70. Let's go up to 80. 75. Oh, 80 is a bit of a... There you go. Right, so that is that. More or less the same position as the T9i. Let's give it a go. 15 Hertz, 20 Hertz now. 25. 30. 35. 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. There we go. That's the end of the frequency sweep.